Hello, everybody. Yeah, it's me again. And to help y'all understand what's wrong with my eye, as you can see, um, my eye is off center. Um, anyway, this is the old bear from the old bear's den of Bigfoot. And I'm trying to get that stupid thing off my. Yeah. Anyway, I can't get the glare off here. Yeah, I'm having technical difficulties. Y'all bear with me. Anyway, my eye is not drooping like it was, and just wanted to let y'all know how it was going. It's slowly coming back around. I don't have as much double vision as I did. Everything don't look like it's 50 feet to the right and 50 feet to the left, which is better. It's a slow process, I guess. Anyway, like I said, it's the old bear's den of Bigfoot. We're going to do a video. One of the viewers, this young lady called me and told me about what happened to her when she went to Colorado to like a Bigfoot gathering. And that sound you hear in the background is thunder, guys. We're going to get wet. That's why I'm under the roof of my porch. Anyway, she called me and we talked quite a bit of time on the phone and at length. And, well, let me just tell you what happened to her. She went to this little gathering of people that were there, and on the first night they were there, you know, they got all their tents and everything set up, and they were in an area where there's been Bigfoot sighted before. And the thing of it is, she had her tent on the end. Ladies, this is a warning to you. Oh, I can get my arm. Hit my elbow. Good. Anyway, ladies, I'm going to tell you something, and this is not against any female. It's not. I'm trying to help you. If you go to a Bigfoot outing and the only place you have is on the end, get somebody to swap with you. Because Bigfoot likes to pick on the people on the periphery. So, especially if you're a blonde, redhead, and this is the order that they like for some unknown reason, I have no clue. If you're a blonde of any shade, whether you're a sandy blonde or a high yellow blonde or a white blonde, it don't make any difference. They like to pick on y'all for some reason. I have no idea. I can't get inside of the mind of a Bigfoot. But they like to pick on ladies that have blonde hair. The second hair color, red. Any color of a red, except for maybe a dark red, auburn, they like to pick on you too. Yes, my camera's moving. I'm sitting here in my porch swing. I'm taking it easy, guys, like y'all told me to, and you keep telling me to. I'm going to listen. If I don't listen, my little 5-foot-tall wife will have my hide. And so if you're of those two colors, they like to pick at you. This young lady has the red hair, which looks like a strawberry blonde. But the thing is, she also was on the end. She had a gentleman that was to her left, and that's where she was camping. She was just staying in a tent that has a floor underneath of it and everything. These chiggers are eating me up. Mosquitoes. It starts to get like it's going to rain and get worse. Anyway, ladies, if you got those two hair colors, stay in the middle. Have 2 men, stay in the middle of the campsites. Don't ever stay on the end. Unless you're in a full metal sided camper that is still hooked up to the truck that you can crawl through the camper, get in the pickup, and leave. And if you go anywhere that you're out in the woods, I don't care if it's a campground, ladies, I don't care what it is, take a gun. Don't take a 38. Don't take a 380. You better know how to shoot a 40 caliber. A 9mm will just tick them off. 40 caliber, yes, I know they're basically the same thing, but I'm just telling you, a 40 caliber, 14 rounds in it is your best bet. You better have a couple more clips too. Anyway, our first night there, everybody sitting around the campfire, having a good time, and telling Bigfoot stories, because they had a couple of investigators there that were, part of the thing, and they were all camping together and having a good time. Anyway, after they got done telling Bigfoot stories, everybody kind of filtered off and went to bed. And when they got to bed, that's when all the stuff started. Like rocks being tossed in the camp, being tossed at the side of the tents and stuff, and especially her tent. It seemed like they were throwing rocks and stuff at her. And she could hear things moving around in the woods in the dark. Well, she finally got to sleep. Got up next morning. They went out and did a little investigating, looking for Bigfoot sign and, the typical stuff you do on a Bigfoot outing. So they went ahead and did all that. Then night 2, same thing started again. She got rocks thrown at her. They could hear them moving around. Basic stuff to try to get people, to irritate people, which juveniles do a lot of. And it kind of kept her awake a second night because she was starting to get a little bit worried about it. Well, this is a 4-night thing, so about night 3 is when it got interesting. I believe she said that they saw some eyes. They heard some things before the campfire, before everybody left the campfire. They were still sitting out there. So it's kind of strange to her. She's a little bit more worried. They're coming around in the daytime still doing stuff. And I'm going to stop moving. I don't want to make nobody sick. Anyway, they did the usual thing again on day 3. Well, same thing on night 3. They sit around the campfire, talking about Bigfoot, discussing Bigfoot, discussing what they had found that day. And well, that night she went to bed a little bit earlier than everybody else because she was pretty tired because, she didn't get a lot of sleep the first 2 nights. So, it's to be understandable. Third night, she said she thinks it was between 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning. She heard something going through the camp, and that woke her up. She's a fairly light sleeper. Sounds wake her up. Well, she had left her door open partway, and when she looked out through the door, she saw something that was probably 4 feet tall, 3 or 4 foot tall, and it was walking around on its feet and hands. And because it went in front of her tent. Well, she was sitting there looking at it in amazement because this thing looked like a little gorilla going in front of her tent. She could see it pretty plainly through the door opening that she had left mostly open. She only zipped down some of it in the front because she was getting a little more air going through her tent to stay cool. Well, that wasn't the only thing. After it walked in front of the tent opening, two big, long, hairy legs appeared in the tent opening. Not very far from her. And like I said, she was on the end. So she's sitting there and she moved or did something and made a noise while the two legs stopped, turned towards her to where the noise came from, but they stood stock still after it turned. It just stood there. Didn't move, didn't make a sound or anything. And after a little bit, the big one finally started walking off and kind of grunted at the other one or said something to it or made a noise for it to listen. So that was night 3. Morning 4. Hold on, guys. Morning 4. She got up after seeing that and didn't say anything to anybody. Kind of asked around if anybody had heard anything that night before, wanted to know if they'd seen anything, asking questions. And she got up and she'd had a cup of coffee. Sorry, guys, I'm scratching a stupid bug bite. Got herself a cup of coffee when she got up. Well, she had taken her cup over to the table that was set there outside of her tent, and she got up and was going to go back and get the coffee cup and get some more coffee. Well, when she went to get the coffee cup, there was a little present sitting there on the table for her that wasn't there when she put the coffee cup down, and nobody else had been around her camp, because she could clearly see it. She was sitting there watching, looking out in the woods and stuff while she was sitting there with her back to a camper that one of the ladies had that was there. There was other ladies there, and there was gentlemen there. She didn't have her husband with her. He doesn't, I don't guess he believes in Bigfoot, but that's what he was doing. He wasn't with her. And after she went over there and went to pick up her coffee cup, there was a present laying there for her. I believe she said it was a big pine cone. Now, she could pretty much see her tent from where she was sitting around the campfire, and she never noticed anybody coming up, sneaking up and putting it up there. She never saw anybody else. Well, when she got her coffee cup, she went back and asked them, because she wasn't under pine trees. She wasn't under trees that this thing would have fell off from. She went back and asked everybody if they had done that, as a joke, because she had said something to people about that, maybe there was Bigfoot that walked through the camp the night before. And everybody, they said, no, we've all been here. You know that. You've seen us all here. We've been here all morning. You walked over there and put your coffee cup down, come back, and all of us was here. And nobody had moved. So, now I'm just speculating. I'm speculating that the little one brought her a gift because she didn't throw a fit or shoot at them the night before. Which could have been told by the big one that she saw. Possible. But anyway, she was given a gift. So, at the end of the day, she was glad to be getting out of there. They broke down everything and took off. And that was the end of her experience. Now, she's planning on going back to the same place, but this time she's not staying in a tent, I hope. I cautioned her about doing that. I told her to take her gun with her and make sure she had plenty of ammunition with her in case one of them come up and decided to pick on her again because of her hair color. So that's her story, and I hope y'all like it. If you want to leave a comment, please do. I normally get to all of them as fast as I can. And I thank you all for the prayers and the well wishes. And my wife thanks you from the bottom of our hearts. Thank each and every one of you for the prayers and for praying for my eye to get better. And as you know, I had to monetize the channel because of it. So I hope you watch the videos. We've got almost 9,000 viewers now. I'm not begging you for money. I'm not begging you for views. If you want to watch the videos, I'm happy that you watch them. If you don't, that's fine by me too. I just do this to put information out there to you guys because y'all need to know. I was given this job by Christ. This is what I go by. This is what I do. The Lord told me to put the truth out there because there's so many out there that don't tell the whole truth about these creatures. I hope you enjoy the videos. Thank you, each and every one of you, for watching. And like always, I want to say this. You're my brothers and sisters in Christ. And if you're not one of Christ's children, you're still my friend. And I'll pray for each and every one of you. I do every day, every night. And thank you. Your kind words are what I'm living on right now. And I thank you. May each and every one of you be blessed by the Lord above, by our Creator. And each and every one of you stand up for what's right in this world, according to what God tells you to do. Man's law is second to God's law. And I thank you, and all of you may all of you be blessed beyond belief. Bye-bye, guys.